Hi students, it's Mr. Carlson. I wanted to work through our Buzzmath assignment titled Finding the Areas of Triangles. Okay, there's 10 problems and it's just basically finding the area, which is the space inside a triangle. So a couple things to remind ourselves of. You'll see two different kinds of triangles. You'll see ones that look like this. This is called a right triangle because it has the right angle box in it. It's sitting on its base. It's got a straight up and down. It almost looks like a ramp, going this way, or it could be going the other way. The other kind of triangle that you'll see, and I can probably find one. Well, there's another one. It's just kind of taller and skinnier, right triangle. Here's the base, here's the height. But these triangles, these kind of look like not a ramp, but maybe a ramp up and then a ramp down. But if you notice here, they have two different numbers. Well, this is the length of the whole base. So we're going to have to add up these numbers. But the height of a triangle like this is shown at the peak of the top corner with a straight line down, making a right angle. Okay, that's why this is the height. This is the highest part of the triangle from the very tip top straight down to the bottom. Okay, so let's work through these. The first one, let's remember that area of a triangle is base, this base right here, times the height, then divided by 2. Because a triangle really is just half of a rectangle, so we have to divide that area by 2. So let's take a look. We have a triangle like this, and we have 3 and 11. Okay, 3 and 11, and we're talking in yards. Okay, so yards, and area is base times height divided by 2, right? Okay, so let's plug in the numbers. Area equals the base, which is this 11, times the height, which is this 3, and then divide it by 2. Okay? So area equals 11 times 3 is 33, and then divided by 2. All right, let's get our calculator, and we'll figure that out. 33 divided by 2 is 16.5, and it's going to be yards squared. Okay, this is our answer, 16.5 yards squared, and we'll come over here and plug it in. 16.5 yards squared. Okay, next page. Get rid of this. All right, this is a triangle 13 height, 5 base. So let's draw that. 13 height, 5 base. 5 base, and it's a right angle right there. So that means it's a 90-degree angle. Okay, we always get our height of a triangle off a 90-degree connecting line. Okay, so same process. Area of a triangle equals base times height divided by 2. Okay, so area equals the base, which is 5, times the height, which is 13, divided by 2. So area equals 5 times 13 is 65, divided by 2. 65 divided by 2 is 32.5. So area equals 32.5. We did, this was in meters, so it'll be meters squared. So here's our answer. Whoops. Here's our answer. 32.5 meters squared. Okay. And meters squared. Remember, all area is always squared. That's why I keep saying meters squared. Okay, here's one of those triangles here. We have 13 inches. We're talking about inches, 13 inches plus another 9 inches. See how they did that? Don't let that confuse you. You just have to add them together to get the total amount of length on the bottom. All right, so this one, I'm drawing it sloppily. 4, 13. It's almost like two triangles pushed together. It's almost like this triangle pushed together, which is fine. We can do that. 4, 13, and 9. I just did a quick drawing here. You should be doing these drawings too on paper at home. But nothing changes. We still have area equals base times height divided by 2. Okay? So we still need to take our base, which is 13 and 9. So we're going to add those together. That's going to be 22. So area is going to equal, let's see, 22 times the height, which is 4, divided by 2. Okay? So I'm going to come up here with this. So area equals 22 times 4 is 88. And then divide that by 2. Well, 88 divided by 2 is 44. And we were talking about inches, so it's inches squared. So here is our answer, 44 inches squared. Okay, that's our answer. Let's put it in, see how we did. 44 inches squared. Okay. All right, another one of those triangles. We can do that. Let me get rid of the drawing here. We have a base of 10 and 14. Okay. And a height of 8. Okay. Again, we know that's the height because it's the very top of the triangle here, and it forms a right angle. Okay. And then our 2, again, they're like two triangles pushed together, but the total amount of distance is from this corner of the triangle all the way across. So we have to add the 10 and the 14. Okay. I've drawn it here. So again, area equals base times height divided by 2. So area equals, and I'm going to have to add up these two numbers, 10 plus 14 is 24, times the height, which is 8. So 24 times 8 divided by 2, right? All right, so I'm going to move this up here. 24 times 8 is 192, divided by 2 is 96, okay? So our area is 96, and they were using centimeters, okay? So that is centimeters squared. That is our answer right there. 96 centimeters squared. Let's plug it in. 96 centimeters squared. All right, hopefully you're getting the hang of it. It's always base times height divided by 2. Let's look at the next page. Another one of those triangles, two triangles kind of together. So you have to add the bases. This one has a height of 11, and it's got two bases of 10 and 15. So we'll have to add those together, okay? So I redrew it again here so I can show you my work. All right. So area equals base times height divided by 2. So area equals the base, which is these two added together, which is 25, times the height, which is 11. And then I'm going to divide that by 2. So 25 times 11 is 275. Divide that by 2, 137.5. So area equals 137.5. And we were dealing in feet. So this will be feet squared. Okay? 137.5 feet squared is our answer. Whoops, always check what you're putting in. 100, there you go, 137.5 feet squared. All right. Chewbacca? All right, cruising through. Man, they love giving us these triangles. We're going to do it again. All right, more practice. This is kind of a long, skinny one. Doesn't matter. We still have our height of 3 right here. Okay, there's the right angle in the middle, and we have 13 and 11 as our base. No problem. Okay, area of a triangle equals base times height divided by 2. Let's plug in the numbers. Area equals the base, so 13 plus 11 is 24, times the height, which is 3, divided by 2. Okay, so 24 times 3, anybody know that? 24 times 3, 72. And 72 divided by 2 is going to be 36. So area equals 36. Unit of measurement was meters. So this is meters squared. Okay, so there's our answer there. Okay, so all this work, notice every time I'm writing the formula, then I'm plugging in the numbers, then I'm writing the final problem, and then at the very end I get to my final answer. Okay, and I'm doing that every time, just so should you. So 36 meters squared. Okay, this one is kind of a word problem. So let's take a look. Kevin made a triangle with a base measuring 4 inches and a height of 9 inches. Okay, it's got a base of 4 inches and a height of 9. So I'm just going to draw that real quick. It's a base of 4 and a height of 9. That's all we need to know. Boom. Got it. What's the area of the triangle? So area equals base times height divided by 2. Area equals our base, which is 4. There's nothing to add here. It's just 4. Times height, which is 9, divided by 2. So area equals 36 divided by 2. And that is going to be 18. And we were talking about inches, so I would call this inches squared. Okay? 18 inches squared. Just a couple more. Madison has a triangle with a base measuring 12. With a base measuring 12 and a height of 25. So a base of 12 and a height of 25. Okay. What is the area? So area equals base of 12 times the height. Oops, I even forgot to write that. Base times height divided by 2. So base times the height, then divided by 2. 12 times 25 is 300. And 300 divided by 2 is 150. Okay, so I'm going to go back here. So that's 150. We were talking about meters, so I'll go to meters squared. There we go. All right. Hurrying now. Almost out of time. A picture frame in the shape of a triangle. Here's a picture of it. It has a base of 18. Okay. It has a base of 18 and a height of 24. Notice how I'm drawing all my triangles the same because it doesn't really matter. As long as you know the base, you know the height. Okay, base times height divided by 2. Base is 18, height is 24, divided by 2. So 18 times 24 is 432 divided by 2 gets us to 216. That's my final answer. So here we have 216, and this was in inches, so inches squared. All right, that's all the time I have. So let me know if you need help.